Wow, I can really see those white hairs coming in. Can't imagine why. Oh wait, everything's terrible. Well, hello, cheers. Okay, so as per usual, I'm drinking Prosecco. And you know what this guy told me at the wine shop the other day? This guy's like very much an expert in wine. I asked him which Prosecco I should get, and he's like, honestly, they're all Prosecco. It's all the same. And I was like, what? Is that true? And he's like, yeah, basically. Anyway, this particular Prosecco is called Rosalia, I think. And honestly, for Prosecco, it was pretty cheap. It was like $13. Okay, so today I thought I would do my updated current go-to makeup routine. If you are new here, hi, my name is Kate. I'm an exclusively pro-choice influencer, and that means I only feature products from brands that are in support of abortion rights. I keep an updated and researched pro-choice beauty brand list that tells you every single brand that has spoken out about abortion rights, and that can be found in one of two places. On my Instagram as a pinned post or on my YouTube community tab. So let's get into the routine, and I'm starting with this primer. This is the Dew Air Angel Moisturizer, and this makes a fantastic makeup primer, especially for when you're using a foundation that is more on the like luminous side and you don't want to use something like super dewy underneath it. This is a great option. So it's a gel cream formula. It's super hydrating. Guys, how are you doing? The country's just on fire. Every day is just a horrific existential crisis. I mean, there was another plane crash yesterday. I don't even know how many that is at this point. But you know, when you fire hundreds of FAA workers, that's what happens. So the next thing I'm going in, I don't even know how to move on from that. Like, what do you say? We're just moving on to foundation. Moving on to my favorite foundation right now, and that is the Patrick Ta Major Skin hydra-luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. Just go in with a damp beauty blender. All the foundations I use are obviously incredible, or else I wouldn't use them, but I do have to say, this foundation rises to the top of all my favorite foundations. You know what I find also? I do have some expression lines up here on my forehead, and I really try to go light with all the product up there because I want that to look as like natural as it possibly can. And I find if I put even a little bit too much product up here, kind of gets in my fine lines, and I don't love that. So I try to keep it like really nice and natural on my forehead. Okay, so I have to ask you my burning question. Have you been watching Severance? Y'all, I am so obsessed with this show. I have not been this in love and this obsessed with the show in, I couldn't even tell you when. Honestly, like it's been definitely years. I'm gonna make a bold statement here, but as a person who's now watched the entirety of the series that's currently out, this to me is one of the most incredible shows I have ever watched in my entire life. And I truly think it's one of the best shows that has ever existed on television. The through lines, the Easter eggs that you see as you watch it, especially if you go back and rewatch any of the episodes, it is just chef's kiss. Now I'm going in with my current #1 concealer, which is the CeraCreal Face Flex. I actually didn't watch Severance when it came out 3 years ago. I was late to the game, but I'm kind of glad I was, because honestly, if I had to do what a lot of people had to do, which is watch the first season when it came out and then wait 3 years to see a follow-up episode, that would have been torture, because the finale of the season 1 of Severance, again, literally quite possibly the best finale episode of a season I've ever seen. I was screaming watching that episode. Like, look at this gorgeous finish of these two products together. Well, actually, the 3 products together. Okay, we're moving on to eyeshadow, and yes, this is literally the only eyeshadow I use right now. And my apologies, because it doesn't exist currently. This was a limited edition solo shadow that Merit came out with, and I am trying to manifest them re-releasing this and like releasing more shades. Like, look how creamy she is. Why the hell hasn't this been released? I'm almost like angry about it. Yes, I like the matte solo shadows, and Studio is also one that I just wear out. I use it all the time, but I'm sorry, these shimmers are where it's at, and it's just so easy. It's just so glidey. It's so buttery. Like, literally that just took me 10 seconds to do my eyes. That's about all I have the patience to do with eyeshadow. You know what? I could also also just call this doing my makeup with all my current number ones, because that's basically what this is. This is my number one brow gel, or really my number one brow product right now. This is all I've been using. It's the Merit Brow 1980. I use this in the shade dark brown. Also, can we get a round of applause once again for the gorgeous Merit Compact? Never thought I would really give a shit about a compact, but I was wrong. Wow, I can really see those white hairs coming in. Can't imagine why. Oh wait, everything's terrible. I mean, honestly, for a gel, I think that that is really good. Like, I feel like when I use this, I don't really have to use a pencil. And I think like you're kind of learning even through like the first few minutes of this routine that I'm pretty lazy. And if I can get away with doing less in terms of makeup, I will. Okay, those brows look good today. And on that same note of keeping it lazy, keeping it simple, I am not gonna do eyeliner. I'm gonna go straight in with my Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. But first, to curl the lashes. I've said this in a previous video, but I've been using the Grande Lash Lash Serum for, I would say, probably about the last 4 months. And it's made a night and day difference. Like, I don't feel like I need a liner to make it look like my eyes have more oomph. I can just literally curl my lashes, throw my mascara on, and call it a day. Whenever I talk about lash serum, I always have people write me being like, be super careful with lash serums. They can do all this weird shit to your eyes. Well, I actually have a friend who works for Grande Cosmetics, and I asked her about, you know, the possible side effects of using the lash serum. And she said that as long as you use it correctly, there should be no side effects. Basically, you should be putting the thinnest of strips of lash serum on your lash line, making sure to not get it in your eyeball, because apparently that's a thing. People literally get it like in their eye, like in their cornea. Apparently another thing is that people are going in with like 2 and 3 coats because they want to like speed up the process. Another reason why people are experiencing side effects with their lash serum, because yeah, they're just not using it correctly. So make sure that you are being very careful with it. You're using the most minimal amount you can. You only use it 1 time a day, and you should be good. You shouldn't see any weird side effects. The lashes are popping. And I like to do these 2 little like outer corner lashes. I mean, I'm 41 years old and liner is already starting to feel like a very excessive makeup step that honestly also just puts like a lot of strain on my neck and my shoulder. Does anyone else experience this when they're doing their makeup? Like, you're using such acute movements with mascara and like trying to get everything perfect that I'm like holding all this tension in my shoulder. Another reason why doing liner is just a pain in the ass. Okay, I realized I forgot to set my face. So before I do my other eye, I'm gonna set my face with powder. Okay, so I'm going in with my Make setting powder. My LYS setting powder is done for, RIP. I'm actually just gonna go in with my beauty blender and press the powder in. Oh, but it looks really nice right here, right now. Okay, now we're doing the other eye. And to get max lash curliness, I like to keep this on my eye and like pump it for like 10 seconds. What a difference that makes. I'm not a person who has like naturally curled lashes. They actually kind of point downwards. So I really do feel like I need to curl them to make them look their best with mascara. Just getting the little corner. I always like to really focus on like the top lash, outer corner lashes. It almost kind of gives like a wing effect. You know what I mean? Like the lash, which is what you're basically trying to create with a liner. Okay, lashes are done. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the lips before you do blush. And I am pulling out one of my favorite new products. These are the Rhode lip shapes. So I did a dedicated video to these. These are a really unique and revolutionary lip product. They're like a hybrid between a lip liner and a lipstick. They are not a traditional lip liner. They also have this silicone smudger on the other end, which I am in love with. So I am going in with the lightest pinkiest shade in the range. It's called Lift. This for me matches my lip shade the most and is my favorite. And I'm just lightly overlining my lip line. And I've seen some people ask about the wear of this and also like dog on the wear of this product. And I just want to say outright, this is not like a MAC lip liner. It's not like a dry ass lip liner that's supposed to last like 12 hours. That's not how this is marketed. It's not its intention. This is truly a lip contour. But what I will say, because I have been wearing these nonstop, is that I find the wear on these is fantastic. But if you want a longer wear on them, it does matter how you apply it and what products you use or don't use with it. So I am filling in my entire lip. If you are a person who wants this to stay as long as it possibly can, I would advise using this by itself or with a lipstick over the top, but not like a glossy hydrating gloss over the top. Anytime you put a product like that over the top, it's not gonna stay as long. Or like I'm going to show you right now with one of the Rhode blushes over the top, this product stayed for me for over 5 hours. And I'm talking about I was eating, I was drinking. So it is possible for this product to have really great wear, but like any product we talk about, it has to do with application and what you use with it. I know that if I'm gonna put something really glossy and hydrating over the top of this product, it's not gonna stay as long. Now I'm going in with the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Juice Box on my lips. And this was something I really missed in my dedicated video, and I really regretted that I didn't show this because it is such a gorgeous combination. I love this lip combination. It gives me the most pouty, diffused, like blurred look to my lips. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna be really light-handed with it. Going in with this shade, which is probably a little deep for me at this point. This is my favorite bronzer. This is the Jones Road bronzer in medium tan. When I tell you that I literally barely put any product on this, I put the product on the brush, I like brushed it out on my hand, and now I'm going in with whatever is on the brush. Okay, so there we have the bronzer, and this is the literal perfect amount of bronzer for my skin tone right now. I don't know which one, Juice Box or Le Bon Bon. We already used Juice Box on the lips, so let's do Le Bon Bon from Merit. Truly one of my favorite Flush Balm shades that they have come out with. And I'm focusing it on the apple, and I take it just like a little bit above the apple, just like almost you feel like you're going into your under eye, but you're not. But just right there where the apple of the cheek ends, and then taking the rest up the side of the cheek. Like, what's even going on? I'm filled with rage. I'll never get over it. And again, I just have to give kudos to the Patrick Ta foundation, because yes, all of these products are incredible on their own and they'd blend out on their own beautifully. But the fact that the canvas is the Patrick Ta makes it even easier to apply. And I've just never seen anything set badly on top of this foundation. Okay, so I'm pulling a highlighter out, and I kind of backed away from highlighter for a while, but I picked my Merit Day Glow highlighting balm back up, and I don't know why I put it down because it's just so beautiful. So good. I forgot to use a little smudger. Hello. Okay, no, but the smudger really is so good. Like, what it does is so subtle, but it literally helps the product melt into your lips even more and look more natural. And just like really blur those lines so you have no hard edges. You guys, I'm loving this makeup look and how it turned out. And I like that it's something a little bit different, because I know a lot of you guys are scandalized because I am not finishing this look with a damn lip gloss. All right, guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, everything I used here today and talked about is going to be linked down below in the description box. Those are affiliate links, and if you shop through my links, it really helps to support my content, and I thank you in advance. You guys are the best. Please stay safe out there, and cheers till next time.